Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. In our last episode we made pretty good progress in the third crusade for Jerusalem here, and in fact I think at this point we're pretty much guaranteed to win it, and not just on behalf of Catholicism in general, we're guaranteed to personally win it, and I think gain the Kingdom of Jerusalem for ourselves, so that is going to be pretty good, I guess, and also kind of a mess, because we'll end up with this big chunk of land in the middle of a bunch of religious enemies here that we'll have to figure out what to do with. In fact, let's unpause and let the sieges continue here, and I'll think about what we want to do with that. Pre-conclave, what I probably would have done is to grant the whole kingdom out to a dynasty member and grant them independence. Well, that would be taken care of just by granting them the kingdom title, since we are only a king ourselves. That way we'd be able to stay allied forever, we'd be able to help them out, but I wouldn't have to personally manage this land. However, with the conclave changes, I don't think it works that way anymore. I don't think we can stay indefinitely allied to another ruler of our dynasty. Okay, our chaplain's finished his conversion over here. So in that case, I think I will just hold on to it myself, even though it's going to be probably quite difficult to keep it. Hopefully winning the crusade will give us enough prestige that we'll be able to immediately found a new empire title, so we'll be able to at least grant it out as a vassal. Now the way I think this works is that once we've found a new empire, we'll gain as de jure territory the land in all of the kingdoms that we hold, which currently would just be Scotland. So before we form the new empire, we'd want to create the other kingdom titles, so Ireland, Wales, whatever else we are able to create here. Not Portugal. Alright, Portugal already exists, so we'd have to usurp this one, which we actually can't do right now. Okay, so we might have to wait until we can get Portugal before we actually form the empire title, in which case, once we get Jerusalem, we'll probably just want to grant it out to dukes for the time being. Okay, that's fine. The Duchy of Deheubarth has been usurped, okay. So we might also run into problems with our vassal limit. We're up to 21 of 23 already, and if we are going to grant Jerusalem to, I don't know how many dukes, 5 or so probably. If we look at the de jure duchies map mode, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dukes, okay. We will be over our vassal limit, so maybe we can do it 2 double dukes or something. And Duke Malise of Moray has died, okay. So we have a new Duke Duff over there. He does consider himself a powerful vassal, of course. Isn't particularly good at anything, but he still wants to be on the council. I guess we could appoint him as Chancellor. He was the best at that out of anything, but we have so many better candidates, including other powerful vassals. I might just give this to the Duke of Kent. So we're up to 84%. We could go after this other army here, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. I think a few more sieges here is all that we need to do. Our grandson Roderick needs a focus. He's already pretty good at diplomacy, actually, so let's give him something diplomacy related. Like humility. Up to 90% in the crusade. We should have our Chancellor do something, actually. Have a look at our powerful vassals. Donald of Ulster is down at 70. Yeah, I guess we should work on the new Duke of Moray. He hasn't joined a faction yet. Portugal is the only one in factions. He's not a problem by himself. Sure, the Duke of Meath here can be commander. Alright, the Fatimid army is trying to siege something back here. Hopefully one of our allies will take care of this, otherwise I guess we'll do it once we're finished with this siege. This person has finished her education. So I'll just release her. Oh, it looks like they're coming in to attack this army in Hebron, which I believe is mountains. There's a neutral army of 7,000 from Sicily, of all people, in here, which is apparently coming with them. No, they're going to Daru. Alright, well, this seems like a terrible battle, but that's their business. What is Sicily up to down here, actually? Defending in a conquest war as an ally. A decadence revolt. Why is he allied with a Muslim ruler? Probably just a random friendship thing. They're not friends, okay, maybe not. Oh well. Alright, so that is going to be another victory for our side. Not worth much war score though. This person also finished their education. No ransom, so we'll just release him. One of these days I'm going to accidentally execute one of these prisoners. The buttons are right next to each other. So our siege should finish here. Get us up to 98%. Probably one more siege will do it. Can't quite assault this one. Oh, 82%, so we lost something there. Sure if we lost a siege somehow. Alright, so it may take a little bit longer to finish this. Oh, and they've got 8,000 troops together over here. Well, that's fine. We do have them outnumbered. We'll see where they intend to go. Attacking the Papal army in the desert. Well, that's a good move, I suppose. I guess we'll give up our siege progress and head down here so that we can make sure that that battle is a victory. If possible. It looks like the Knights Hospitaller are coming in anyway, so we shouldn't be needed. In fact, I think I'll just stay here then. And we could assault this one. Kaiser has won his Liberation of Burgundy revolt, good for him. Okay, this is going to be a victory. So we should get some war score from this. Speaking of Sicily, he wants to marry... Alright, this is the betrothal. I accept. So not much war score from that. In that case, let's assault this. We have some extra help now. To 87. Guess we'll head to Jerusalem and siege something here, maybe assault. No, we still can't assault. We'll just siege the slow way then. Our son. Add another son. Again, didn't inherit the genius trait from his mother. Not that I'm criticizing. I'm sure you're doing your best. Kind of a close battle up there, but another victory. Or another couple of % war score. Let's have a look at the Adavids War. I think they... No, they're still at war. They were... But they had a county up here. I guess they lost it to Aquitaine at some point. But their current war is a host claim on Portugal. 83% in favor of the host, so there's going to be a change of government in there, it looks like. That's fine. Once that war ends, we should be able to usurp that And I might just do it immediately to make sure that we're able to do it. So I think we'll set him a special interest so that we hear about that. Mayor James died of severe stress. Okay, so we'll appoint somebody else as our marshal. I guess this Duke is a pretty good choice for that. Send him up here to train troops. And we need another commander. Duke of Leinster. And it looks like the Kaiser is going to win his post-war as well. That siege gets us to 98. I guess one more siege will do it. Unless we mysteriously lose some more war score. We'll release you. Yep, still well out ahead. We probably could just go home at this point and... Oh no, never mind, we're at 100, so... I was going to say we could leave and have a very good chance of our allies winning it for us, but... I guess it's irrelevant. And we don't actually need to get on the boats and go home, since we're going to gain this land, I assume. Yes, we have created it, the title Kingdom of Jerusalem. Catholic Crusade has ended, the Pope has won. The Bektashi Order, a Sufi sect of dervishes, has arisen under the leadership of a certain Haji Bektash Wali, a mystic from Khorasan. Striving for unity of being, Bektashis train the soul through meditation and contemplation of the inner meaning of the Quran. The Bektashi Order is warlike and especially popular among Sunni Muslim soldiers. The order has sworn to protect Islam and to combat infidels and polytheists of all kinds. Okay. Crusade for Jerusalem is successful. The Lord has granted King Malcolm of Scotland victory in the Crusade for Jerusalem against the Caliph. The Pope has called for a month of celebration across the whole Christian world. Okay. Praise the Lord indeed. So we'll just disband our troops over here. So we have gained the kingdom title along with every other title in the kingdom. It is under Tanistry succession, that's fine. We are probably just going to hold on to it for now. We'll hopefully create the kingdom title, create the empire title very soon, so we'll be able to grant it to a vassal. For now, we have to get rid of all this land to, I guess, just random Scottish people. And like I said, I want to limit the number of vassals that we get here, so we'll probably just grant the 4 duchies out to 2 different characters. Which will put us right at our vassal limit. Any marital status not already a ruler, my religion, my culture, not of a great house. Okay. So I guess we'll give Ultra-Jourdain and Ascalon to one character and Jerusalem and Galilee to another. It probably doesn't matter too much. We could do Ultra-Jourdain and Galilee and Jerusalem and Ascalon. That might be a little bit neater. So Evander here, I guess, is going to be our first choice. So we'll start by giving him, let's see, the County of Jerusalem, I suppose. Include lower titles. And I think, yeah, we didn't get any of the duchy titles, I don't think. So we're just going to have to create all these. Which is fine, we can afford it. We did get a huge amount of prestige, by the way, so no problem with forming the empire. And we'll form Ascalon as well. Duchy of Jerusalem with lower titles. Duchy of Ascalon with lower titles. Okay. So, I guess we'll give this county to the next person. Maybe we don't want to choose Magnus here, he's a bit old. And has no children. 24-year-old attractive person. That seems better. So we'll start by giving him Tiberius with lower titles. Not create the duchy. Okay, I guess we'll just grant him the 4 other counties one by one, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Tyrus with lower titles. Beirut with lower titles. And Safed with lower titles. And hopefully we can create this duchy. And we'll grant that to him with lower titles. Alright, so I think that's everything taken care of here. Under 2 vassal dukes. We are just about at our vassal limit. So everything is fine there. So the next thing that we really want to do is wait until we can usurp the Sultanate of Portugal, then we can create the custom empire title and gain all of the land that we control basically as de jure territory. And we can grant out some vassal kingdoms, including, for example, Jerusalem. The kind of unfortunate consequence of this is that these dukes are going to be annoyed that I hold the kingdom title, but they're so happy about the amount of land that we granted them that it shouldn't be an issue. We can also vassalize the Knights Templar and the Knights Hospitaller. Sure, let's do that. Why not? As King of Jerusalem, we can do this. Alright, that's probably worth 500 gold each. As long as we're left with enough gold to form all of our kingdom titles, which I think we will be able to. Ooh, it might be a bit close, actually. We can form 3. Well, we'll save up some gold, it'll be fine. Oh, we're now over our vassal limit because they count as vassals. That was probably not the best time to do that then. Let's nominate our same heir for the Kingdom of Jerusalem and hope that people vote for him. Let's see, can we get rid of a vassal somehow? How about the Duchy of Algarve? This we can usurp. Okay. And we could just grant this to this other duke over here. Make another double duke and get rid of 2 vassals instead of 1, which will put us back to 23. Okay. That's good. So it's now only 3% in favor of the host. The Adavids have come back, so they're probably just going to win this point. Which I guess is fine. We could maybe declare on them right now. We should be able to take this county. I'm not sure if that's really a good idea. It might delay us usurping the kingdom title. I don't think we can bring this war to an end sooner. Has he destroyed the host army completely? No, there's still 800 of them somewhere. Possibly he's off to fight them right now. I think if he destroys them completely, the war will be over. Our grandson needs an education focus. Affectionate, fussy, and conscientious. So stewardship would be okay. Intrigue 1 for and 1 against. Same with diplomatic, so I guess we're going for stewardship. Which is fine. You discovered a plot where this person seeks to kill somebody. Okay. No problem. I guess he at least fought a battle with the host because he's up to 50% suddenly. And they seem to have about half the number of troops left. So I imagine this will be over pretty soon. He's getting ticking war score as well. There's a man I need to arrest and another I want to assassinate. My spy master could either help with the arrest or the assassination, but not both. Let's increase our plot power, I suppose. We do want to also attack England at some point, but I'd like to get the Empire thing done first. The Monophysite faith triumphant. The adherents of the Miaphysite faith have steadily dwindled to the point where Monophysite believers are in the majority. This new state of affairs has reduced the Miaphysite faith to a de facto heresy. All former Miaphysite holy orders are now Monophysites. Okay, the bickering of fools does not concern me, as this is mostly people over here. Unless there's some up in this area as well, which there's a little bit. Not really something we need to worry about. Wants to kill Alf Pedersen. Not sure that we care about that. And somebody wants to kill the Grandmaster of the Knights Templar too. Again, I'm not going to be worried about. Okay, so he's fighting the host army again. Didn't gain much war score from that, it looked like. And didn't destroy the army either. Our steward has annoyed the peasants in Gary. I don't think that sounds like somebody whose murder would bother me too much, so we'll ignore that too. So I'm hoping the next battle that he fights with the host will end the revolt. Our vassal, the Duke of the Isles, says, loyal servants such as I surely deserve some recognition and rewards from time to time. It's widely known that you hold huge lands and many titles, and are as generous as you are wise. Perhaps you would consider granting this humble servant the county of Strathearn. He wants a county from my capital duchy. So we could do that in exchange for a favor. We'll give it to him, no strings attached. Berate him for his greed, or, because of our high diplomacy skill, we can say no in a nice way. Which is what we will obviously do. So here's the host. I wish he would fight them. And we have a liberation revolt in Ireland, okay, in Tyrconnell. Which actually is pretty sizable, so we're going to have to mobilize some troops to deal with this. And in fact, we are about out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now. Next time, we'll hopefully be able to get, well, wait for this host invasion to end, get all of the relevant kingdom titles created, and form our empire. But for now, thanks for watching, and join me again then.